So are there any questions that you would like to ask me?
Yeah, I mean, I would love to know more about the collision project and where you see it going, the future, what your goals are, and yeah.
So the A Collision with Purpose project got started one night. I went to sleep, went to bed. I was on an interview, on another platform. I believe it was called Leafless but Not Lifeless. And so I was interviewed, and this platform is about individuals that people just write them off, but they're not done, right?
Mhm.
Still have much to do, hence not lifeless, right? So I went after that interview. I went to bed that night, and I woke up with this idea. I'm not sure where it came from, about A Collision. I said, I'm going to do something about purpose. So that morning, I had a conversation with my daughter, Kiana, and the only question is, what should we call it? And the thing that popped up was collide, and it migrated to A Collision with Purpose.
Mm.
And we got it going, did a lot of work, and it was up that same day, had momentum. And I started to do some videos, 1 minute, 2 minutes, I walking in the park, which was beneficial in more than one way. It forced me to walk, right? So I will always record these videos, and whatever came out, came out. It was not scripted, it was whatever came out, and start talking about the program. And I started inviting my friends to submit their short videos. And I got so many of them. And then I said, it's time to move it to interviews. And so I've done quite a number of interviews, and then another friend said, we need to document this information. So we decided, and again, it's not just me, right? It's people that I'm collaborating with, because nothing is done well. If it's only me doing it, the results will always, right? So I brought my friends in, and so the decision is, we're going to write few books on purpose. So I'm in the process of doing that right now. And so we're looking at 3 books. Go in many ways, this is a case study we're doing, right? A qualitative case study, and we're looking for themes, right? And so we've seen certain things emerging from the interviews, and it's how people really discover their purpose. How do they have their collision with their purpose? And so we'll write about that, right?
Wow.
So that's where we are. And then I decided, again, I woke up one morning and I said to myself, but we need to make this into a learning institution, not a teaching institution, but a learning institution. Because we all learn, right? And we're all here to learn, including those of us who will be managing this thing. So we're going to turn it into a learning institution where we're going to look at things like, and you talk about mindfulness, we're going to look at introspection, just know what a quiet moment is, intentionality, self-engagement, all those trigger words that is supportive of purpose, or the pursuit and achieving one's purpose. So that's the big look, but it's and it's a big look that's right around the corner, because we're just going to get it done and do it. In fact, no, go ahead, sorry.
No, I interrupted you just to say I love that.
So, and then there's a documentary in the making as well. So what the book is going to be like, it's going to look like, we're going to have the book, and we're going to have the work portion of the book. Because, one thing to read, but you have to act on what you're reading, right? Because just to read and know is not good enough. If we have information and we're not acting on it, so it can manifest in our lives, then what's the point?
Yeah.
So that's what we're doing. So there's a place in there for you.
Yeah, it's funny that you mentioned that, because I was just going to say I would love to contribute to some of the writings or anything that you have going on.
Absolutely. I mean, you're in that space anyway, right?
Yeah.
There's a line.
Yeah, absolutely. Wow. Talk about a vision. You just went to bed one night and woke up. Boom.
Well, that's how it works, right? It's all begin with a dream, right? You convert the dream and you just drop it on paper, right?
Yeah.
And then you act on it, you some planning, or not even too much planning, because you need to always take it somewhere. So you go to implementation and you tweak it as you go along.
Out of curiosity, what group of people are you most passionate about? Like you brought up the school system, but is there a certain demographic or group of people that you're really targeting?
That's interesting, because, but I tell you, right now I have people from all over the world that I'm interviewing. Interestingly. In fact, I was having a conversation with someone in Bulgaria who's now in France.
Love
And
it.
he said to me, I know that you're interested in doing work in Jamaica. However, we need to take this to France, to Bulgaria, because it's a powerful thing. So in terms of demographics, I am more inclined to want to work with at-risk people. I'm the CEO, president of a nonprofit organization. So we do significant work in underserved communities for the most at risk. So I'm always believing that communities can only be strong and working if all the members are able to contribute.
Yeah.
So, so my inclination is to go do some work with at-risk people, wherever they are. But I also understand that even those that are not at risk are not necessarily operating in their purpose. So in terms of a target market, it's those that want to learn, ready to step up.
Yeah. That's
so
beautiful.
Our marketplace, it's, we're so shaken right now, right? We're so shaken and rattled given what we've just gone through, that even those individuals who are doing so well in life are now questioning their existence. Am I in the right place? Am I doing the right thing?
Yeah.
Am I doing what I'm called to do? So it's wide open, I think. It's wide open.
Yeah.
They will come to us, I believe. I know. Because once we put the work out there, the way the whole energy field works, seek out what is best for you.
Do you think that the term purpose is overdone? And when I say that, do you think that it's overwhelming for people, like the word purpose, like, oh, you need to know what your purpose is, or oh, you're on a path to finding your purpose? Do you think it can be a bit much for people sometimes?
I think it's not the most comfortable
Mm.
term to come to terms with. And I think one of the reasons why I'm engaging everyday people, my friends, my neighbors, is because we need to come to terms with it. Whether it's because we look at purpose, and I heard you said it in your interview, that it doesn't have to be this big giant thing. It doesn't have to be this overarching purpose. In fact, one of the person that I interviewed said, Dr. Stephenson, for me, it's just getting up and figuring out to survive tomorrow, to be here. So it can be many things, and it's such a personal thing that you personalize it. So yeah, it can be seen as a big thing, but it may be just that small thing that can shift and change where you are and who you are, and make you become a more productive person in your family and in society. So yes, it can be. But who said it's going to be an easy walk, right?
No one.
The road least traveled is the road that will have the best return.
Yeah.
Right? So it can be overwhelming, but we have to deal with those things, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that's good. That's really good.
So that's a little bit about, and we're building it. We understand that you don't wait for it to be perfect.
Yeah.
Get it done. You just work it, and improve it as you go along. Just as you live your life.
Mhm.
The only time you probably experience perfection when you was born. And as you start to age, you start to lose it, right? Start to disappear.
Yeah.
So, so we just understand that we are birthing this thing and we're just gonna build it and learn from our experiences, our lessons, and from, and just grow it.